I'm going to tell you the story of Snow White. We usually call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, by Hans Christian Andersen, the Danish storyteller, 19th century. Okay, there was a queen who was a stepmother to her stepdaughter, Snow White. Snow White was born, but of course the stepmother was not the biological mother. Snow White grew, she was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now the queen, stepmother, was very vain. She was a very beautiful woman, and she knew it. So she ordered a magical mirror to be made, and the magical mirror could talk. So when the stepmother, queen, would ask the mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of us all?" the mirror would reply, "You are the most beautiful, queen." But when Snow White reached girlhood, it's unclear, but let's say 14 or something, then the answer was different. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of us all?" "You may be fair," says the mirror, "but Snow White is even more beautiful than you." Well, this made the queen very angry, and she hated Snow White, and it hurt her just to look at Snow White. So when Snow White became more and more beautiful, the queen ordered a woodsman to kidnap Snow White, take her into the woods, and kill her. The woodsman, of course, feared the queen, so he did what he was told to do, took her deep into the woods, but could not bring himself to kill such a beautiful and innocent girl. So he left her there in the woods. She, frantic, what can I do, ran as fast as she could, as far as she could, through the woods, and arrived at a cottage, a small house in the woods, deep in the woods. She entered the cottage, and there she found a little food on 7 plates, and she found 7 beds. She was exhausted and hungry, so she ate a little food from each plate, and then lay down on the 7th bed and slept. The 7 dwarfs, because that's who the occupants of the house were, came back from their work in the gold and silver mines, interesting detail, and found her there. But she was so beautiful and so innocent looking that they didn't wake her up. They waited until the morning and then asked her what she was doing. She then told them her story, the wicked stepmother, the attempt to kill her. And they decided she could stay with them as long as she wanted. She did some housework. They gave her food. They gave her food and shelter and tried to make her happy. And she was happy. But then, when the wicked queen asked the mirror on the wall, "Who is the fairest of us all?" the answer was the same. "You may be very beautiful, queen, but Snow White is the fairest of all." Well, this is clever because this means that the queen found out that Snow White was still alive. Very clever. So she decided she must find and kill Snow White. She disguised herself as a woman who sells belts, B-E-L-T-S. And she arrived at the cottage. Snow White let her in. Snow White said, "Yes, I would like to have that silken belt." The wicked queen put it around her, but then tied it so tightly, that Snow White fainted on the ground, and it looked like she was dead. The queen left. The dwarves arrived, found Snow White dying, loosened the belt, and Snow White recovered. Snow White recovered and told the dwarfs, her friends, about what had happened. So the dwarves knew that the queen wanted to kill her, and knew that the queen knew that she was still alive. So, she must be careful and not let anyone into the cottage. She promised. Meanwhile, the queen again asked the mirror the same question, and the mirror gave the same answer, which meant that Snow White was still alive. So this time, the queen disguised herself as an old woman who was combs, C-O-M-B-S. Snow White didn't let her in, but she did buy a comb through the window, put it in her hair, and fainted. It was poisoned. This will remind some people of Medea. And when the dwarfs came home, they found Snow White again dying on the floor, lying on the floor. They removed the comb, and Snow White recovered again. Third time, same thing. That is, the queen found out that Snow White was still alive. This time went and gave Snow White a poisoned apple. This apple was so beautiful that its magical powers were two. One, no one could resist eating it. This sounds a lot like the Bible story in Genesis. Two, poison. She took a bite, apparently dead. Apparently dead. The dwarfs were sad, couldn't believe that she was dead, placed her in a glass coffin, not underground, coffin, C-O-F-F-I-N, and left her lying, I guess, in the woods? I don't know, it's not clear. The queen asked the mirror the question again, and the answer this time was, "Queen, you are the fairest of them all." So the queen was pretty sure that Snow White was dead. Meanwhile, a prince arrives at the coffin, takes one look at Snow White, falls in love with her, of course, is sure that this is some magical case that keeps her in captivity, lifts up the lid, removes her body from the coffin. As soon as he picks her up, I guess probably her head moved, and out of her mouth came the poisoned bite that she had taken from the apple, which of course had remained in her mouth this whole time. Well, that's kind of odd. That means in order to be poisoned by this, you don't have to swallow it or digest it, just taste in the mouth. A technicality, perhaps. Anyway, she woke up. The prince proposed marriage to her. The dwarves all agreed. Wonderful idea. Meanwhile, the queen had become, over the years, with all her jealousy and all her hatred, had become much uglier, or had become ugly. And of course, when she asked the question, the mirror could no longer say, "You, queen, are the most beautiful." So the queen, enraged, destroyed the mirror, and so the queen never found out about Snow White's happiness.
Snow White. Number 1. What kind of woman was the queen? Number 2. Why did the queen order a magical mirror to be made? Number 3. Why did the queen hate Snow White? Number 4. What did the queen order the woodsman to do? Number 5. What happened in the woods? Number 6. Where did Snow White run? Number 7. What was in the cottage? Number 8. Where did the dwarves work? Number 9. What did the dwarves do for Snow White? Number 10. How did the queen find out that Snow White was still alive? Number 11. How did the queen trick Snow White? Number 12. Why did Snow White faint? Number 13. How did Snow White recover? Number 14. How did the Queen disguise herself next? Number 15. Why did Snow White faint again? Number 16. What did the Queen give Snow White the third time? Number 17. Where did the dwarfs put Snow White? Why does the prince take Snow White out of the coffin? Number 19. How did Snow White wake up? Number 20. What did the prince ask Snow White? Number 21. Why did the Queen become ugly? Number 22. Why did the Queen never find out about Snow White's happiness?